Chicago with the rebound. To the paint. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleashed chaos moment.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Jerry Stackhouse is checked in for Detroit. And Chicago also making a switch. Armstrong's checked in for Rose. Bulls trail by 10. 1:19 left in the first half. Gilmore, and it's sent back by Wallace. Thomas against Armstrong. With the teardrop, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Ooh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
For Detroit, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw no good for Thomas. Here is Armstrong, covered by Stackhouse. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Armstrong. Hodman sends a screen. There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. On the wing, Hill. Here's Wallace. There's the pass to Stackhouse. Hits the three-point bomb. Stackhouse has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
Where was the defense? You cannot leave a long-range sniper that wide open.
And it's sent back by Wallace. And that foul's called on Grant Hill. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Grant Hill. 26 seconds left in the first half. Hodman sends a screen. The drive by Jordan, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Detroit making a switch here.
At the line for 2.
And so Jordan nails both of them. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Bulls foul call.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for your Pistons.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And he sinks the second. Fires top of the key. It's good. Jordan's got 6. Dumars. And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling with, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the board. That's a hustle stat.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The second half about to start here in just a few moments. It's been quite a game so far for Isaiah Thomas. So for Chicago right now, Rose is out there with Jordan. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Rodman. And it's Gilmore in at the 5. Out to Wallace. A floater. It's deflected. Jordan against Hill. Jordan the pass to Gilmore. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Here's Thomas. It's good. He's got 8.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
It's Pippen on the wing. Outside Jordan. Rodman sends a screen. Shoots from the elbow. They get it back. The kick out to Rose. Bulls moving the ball around. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Pistons leading by 10. There's the pick. Thomas kicks to Hill. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. So it's Detroit now. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Rose kicks to Jordan. Rodman with a screen on Dumars. Jordan the pass to Gilmore. Outside Rose. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Shoots from 12. Gilmore passes to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Love's check in for the Bulls. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler from deep. Keeps it alive. It's hauled in by Lanier.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there.
Hill kicks to Wallace. It's stolen by Rose. And stolen by Thomas. Wallace dishes to Thomas. Pass to Lanier. Crafty move. Noah with the block. And he's able to get it back. And stolen by Love. Butler goes in. That's in there. Love with the assist. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now Hill. He's got 6. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rose passes to Noah. The kick out to Rose. Back to Noah. Over in the corner, Rose. Shot clock at 5. Over Thomas. They get it back. Noah's shot is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Dumars against Love. Dumars kicks to Hill. Wallace with a screen for Hill. Here's Lanier. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Chicago making a switch here, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. Bulls trail by 13. Armstrong kicks to Butler. They set the pick. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. First free throw is good. Detroit making a switch here. Lambier's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Kukoc is checked in, and so Butler nails both of them. Pistons leading by 11. Feeds to Stackhouse. DeBusschere against Dang. Pass to Bing. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Butler. Here's Grant, and another shot, and he lays it up and in.
Oh, tough effort.
Kicks it to Drummond. There's the dish to Hamilton. Thomas against Rose. Thomas passes to Drummond. Just 3 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bill Lambier's checked in for Drummond. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And I think, Steve, the thing with Rose we have to emphasize is that he is still a great player. It's just that he isn't nearly as dominant as he once was.
You talk about Derrick Rose before the injuries, arguably was the best player in the league at times. Now you see him, like you said, still able to be good, and that's what you like about him. Still can compete.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David.
Derrick Rose putting pressure on the defense, always looking to draw contact.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. The free throw drops for Rose. Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus, one of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is...
Bring it in. Take a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing
Ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you say that.
After 4 years, I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but off the court, you're really never ready to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you like the 4 years. You thought that was huge for your playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
Here's Pippen. The Bulls keep it alive. Rodman kicks to Pippen. Good on the triple. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Exactly what he's trying to do. Take an opponent that's struggling to keep pace and just put them further in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
And they're not on the same page. They look totally lost out there.
For Detroit, they've got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. It's stolen by Rose. And finished off by Rose.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
The Pistons shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Outside Thomas. To stop the run. Rebounded by Rose.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
46 seconds left to play in the third. Got a piece of it. DeBusschere with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Billups dishes to DeBusschere. The pass to Billups. Now the feed to Lambier. Detroit, no good that time either. Chicago with the ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Here's Thomas. Wallace a screen. Thomas passes to Billups. With 1 on the clock, misses the shot. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago as they finish the quarter, surging on a 12-0 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Moments make players into stars. Moments make teams legendary. This is my moment. This is my team.
And now let's take a listen to Stan Van.
You're gonna have to help and close, not just stand near. Everybody's just trying to keep their guy from scoring.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Garbage man out there with Dennis Rodman, and it's Dang in at the 3.
It's clearly a foul.
Dennis Rodman. That's his second personal foul.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
The Bulls last year with a surprisingly disappointing season. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008, ended up 9th in the East, 1 spot out of the playoffs.
Rodman kicks to Drummond. Pass to Dumars. Rose with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dishes it to Rodman. Outside Butler. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. And although the Bulls were able to finish above 500 with a 42-40 record, Steve, fans were hoping to see that team challenge for the East title in the playoffs.
A big problem for the Bulls was the rest of the East and their own division drastically improved as well. The Bulls were a team that just couldn't get it going last season.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
They should consider trying to get closer to the basket. Right now, the shots they are attempting are just clanking off the basket.
Isaiah Thomas checked in for Dumars. And the Bulls making a change also. Pippen's checked in. And Hill has it in the corner. Drummond a screen. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. And off the drive. And in it goes.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now Rose. Outside Pippen. This one for 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 19.
The defense has to stay on their toes on him. They have to be active guarding the perimeter or they will continue to get burned.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
The Bulls leading by 19 points. There's the screen. Throws it up high. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Thomas with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Hill kicks to Drummond. It's deflected. Here's Pippen. Right through the D for the layup. Pippen's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, Steve, if you were able to give one piece of advice to yourself when you first entered the league, what would that advice have been?
I think for me is understanding how much more you have to put in the off season. I think for me, Kevin, I worked out a lot, but it was specifically on basketball. I would have probably trained a little bit more on my body than just playing a basketball a lot.
Was Jordan one of the first to do that, to really work on his body more with weights and hire the personal trainer and so on?
Yeah, I think so. I think for me is I got back into the gym, obviously going back to either college or high school gyms, putting in the time, but specifically maybe swimming more, maybe doing a little bit more yoga, working on your body, more of a meditation, doing other things to help you with the game of basketball.
Became more year-round for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Rose. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turn.
No intimidation factor at all. They felt like they were playing at home, and they showed it.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Noah with a screen on Jackson. For 3, Heinrich. Rebound, Detroit. And here's Jackson. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Friends and neighbors, Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly, he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with a well-deserved W.
Man, this was one of those nights that Derrick Rose could not be stopped. He was so strong attacking the basket that this was the mindset of him all night. Attack, attack, attack. Do you understand what I said? I said attack.
At home, Ernie, on the road, Kenny, doesn't matter. This guy is impossible to handle when he gets rolling. Crowd was doing his best to fire this guy up and get him to respond, but nothing worked. He was too much for him. Great night from a great, great player.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew,